right now for all of you. What's up? Really? We're going to start like that? It's the worst first date ever. Christian was talking about weed. I thought I would start there. There's a lot of misconceptions about weed, right? And one of the things they say about weed is that weed decreases your memory. I didn't find that to be true. I thought that weed increased my memory because I will remember shit that never even happened. So I had more memories. You know. We got any other drug addicts here? Drug addicts? Because I discovered the most powerful drug I've ever had. I was going home for Christmas. I was taking the bus. And nature called. The bus station bathroom is the most powerful drug on earth. It is. Because I went in pissed that my bus was late, and I left just happy to be alive. That's some good shit right there. In less than 5 minutes, I went from, damn, I'm going to miss the Laker game, to syphilis isn't that bad. Remember to wear a condom next time I come to Penn Station. I do get annoyed on some public transportation, though, like we all take the train in the city. See, my pet peeve is when I'm on the train, listening to my music, minding my business, and the street performers come onto the train making all that racket, which pisses me off because I never requested this service. If I wanted to hear this, I would have put homeless drummers on my iPod. But I didn't. I put Usher on my iPod because I want to hear Usher. Not Usher with hints of mariachi band throughout all the song breaks. The only performers I like the break dancers. The break dancers are cool because I can sync it up with my music. Make it look like my own private video. Hey, look at those thugs. They got no idea they rocking a Katy Perry right now. I love it. I'm actually originally from Washington D.C. Anybody? No? Has anybody been to D.C.? Yeah? Oh, okay, cool. And you all made it back. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love D.C. It's a beautiful place to grow up. It's the kind of city we grew up as a kid. And your pet turtle dies. 3 days later, you find out it was drug-related. DC. Even our basketball team was called the Bullets. We made it official. But, of course, they changed their name. They're called the Washington Wizards now. Like I'm magically going to forget. About 20 of the worst years in the history of sports because you changed your name. You man trying that with your girl? You come home, I can't believe you cheated on me. Yeah, you're right, baby. We need a fresh start. Why don't you call me Steve from now on? I got a whole new uniform and everything. We can do this. Of course, here in New York, they're Knicks fans. You a Knicks fan, sir? Yeah, you resigned to it. You're like, uh-huh. Yeah, don't judge me. I will judge you. I like Knicks fans because they're diehard. They will support the team through thick and thin. When that team wasn't doing well, they would show up to games just to show anger. Y'all will show up to games just to boo. And I'm like, what's the logic in that, right? When you break up with a girl, you leave. You don't stick around and boo her around the house. You don't shower her with beer on her way to work. Talk about overrated. It's funny. I actually moved to New York to come to college because I felt like the schools around me weren't as good. Like one of my best friends went to my local community college. He majored in speaking. And when he told me that, I said, oh, you mean like public speaking? Nah, you know how some motherfuckers can't express themselves. Which brings me to a quick rule of thumb. If your school advertises on the bus, you will never own a car. Take that with you, please. Appreciate that. It's actually ironic that I'm from D.C. because I hate politics. I can't stand I actually find politics to be scary to me, because every election you hear the same scary rhetoric. We need to get back to the good old days of this country. That scares me. That took way too long. I expect more out of the Sunday afternoon crowd. That was like a 12:30 a.m. Saturday night response to that question through the alcoholic haze. That's scary, isn't it? We need to get back to the good old days. That's scary. I'm like, just how far back you trying to go? My good old days is like 2001, when I had my first lady friend. Right? You never hear one brother turn to another like, hey, you remember back when we couldn't vote? It was a simpler time back then, wasn't it? We need to get back to that. I actually had one of my racial moments of truth recently. A guy called me the N-word. And I realized that my convictions are about as big as my biceps. Which is to say, non-existent. Okay? Because I've always had a weird relationship with that word because I can't fight. Okay, you call me the N-word, I'm going to take the high road, but it's not by choice. You're not going to insult me and whoop my ass. So I get in arguments with people just praying that it doesn't cross the line. Right? It's like, fuck you, no, fuck you. You fucking nigger. You know, I'm going to pray for you. A friend of mine told me, she was like, you the bigger man because you turned the other cheek. I was like, no, actually, I'm the smaller man. That's why I turned the other cheek. If I was a bigger man, I'd be whooping some ass right now. And then Black history all made sense to me in that instance. It all made sense. I was like, Martin Luther King was 5'8", 165 pounds. Turn the other cheek. Malcolm X was 6'4". $225 by any means necessary. That's all it was. How long you guys been married? 19 years today. Congratulations. Did they give y'all some free something? Yeah. Congratulations. How do you make it work, sir? Notice how I asked him. How do you make it work? What'd you say? Just keep it moving? Is that what it is? One day at a time, like an addict. I just take it one day at a time. You know, I go to meetings, you know. Yeah, evidently. The alpha and the omega. That's funny. You ever go to strip clubs? Uh-huh, okay. So that's actually the real key to making it work. Is going to strip clubs. What's your favorite strip club? It's been years. It doesn't look like it's been years. I said, what's your favorite show? Oh, man. Gee, so many to choose from. That is crazy. I asked you that because I find that strip clubs to be funny places because they're very segregated strip clubs. You ever notice, like, you go to the Bronx, you have your black Latin strip clubs. You come to Midtown, you have your white strip clubs. But the white strip clubs always have the one black stripper. They always have the one black stripper, which confused me. Because if I want to see a black stripper, I'll go to the Bronx. I wouldn't go to Midtown and wait through 8 white girls for affirmative action to kick in. Just sitting there pissed like, where the hell is Coco? Is she working tonight? And I hate the one black stripper because she always goes directly to me, right? She acts like I have to tip her. Like I have added responsibility at the strip club. So like I'm a sellout if I don't tip the one black stripper. So I make sure she knows, look, this money is not for you. This is for the struggle. I give you one for Malcolm, one for Martin, and 2 for Tyler Perry. We make it rain for Medea, you know. That's the other thing I find to be so odd, too, that I've never been in a strip club myself because I've never had enough money to throw at a strip club. You can't make it rain with $1.75. You can make it hail, maybe, but then you cross the invisible line of the law. So I feel left out. All my friends sitting there throwing dollar bills, and I'm throwing, like, you know, candy. Show my appreciation. I see some looks. I would never throw a hard candy. I would never throw a Jolly Rancher. It's like saltwater taffy, you know. Swedish fish, that's a good one. It's a lot of them. They make it rain like fall, the sense. It's all good. I'm actually a lot like Christian. He said he cut back on his drinking. I cut back on my drinking because I was told that I black out. Really, there's no way to confirm that. That's just what I was told. But they came at me like all aggressive, like you black out, you know, like it's a bad thing. Like a blackout is nature's way of saying, you don't want to know. You black out, you get a pass on shame for one night. That, my friends, is a gift. The next day, people are like, Reese, you have any idea what you did last night? I'm like, hell no. But you must be horrified. You should try blacking out. I'm totally fine with last night. And the last 10 years, for that matter. It's all good. Then I had that one night where I knew I had to cut back. And you guys ever get so drunk, you call the cops on yourself? Really? I'm the only one? Thank you all Sunday afternoon crowd for making me feel like I have a problem at my own show. It's ridiculous. No, I woke up out of a blackout, dialed 911. 911 emergency. Yes, I would like to report a break-in. Somebody broke in my place, knocked me out, threw up on my chest, and just left. He gets me every week. It's horrible. I learned a lot in my relationships, though. Like, are you self-conscious about tan lines? And then she, no, very confident. She answered immediately. Do you like tan? You enjoy tan lines? Okay. You don't give a shit. Okay. You don't care what you're looking at once the clothes come off. Like, she could be black when she take it off. I just don't care at all. I think it's sexy when a woman has tan lines to me. A woman has tan lines. It's kind of like God came down and highlighted everything that was important. Makes me feel like I have X-ray vision. But then we had to break up. We broke up because she was very into Lifetime. You watch Lifetime? Now, fantastic. That's a keeper right there. She watches worse shit than Lifetime? What's worse than Lifetime? Housewives in New Jersey is pretty bad. Especially if you're not paid like the husbands of New Jersey. You work in New Jersey? That place that they own, so you're mobbed up, is what you're saying. What? So you're mobbed up? No. Okay, the hesitation said yes. On that note, I am Reese Waters. Get up for your host one more time.
Reese Waters! Reese Waters!